In this video, we're going to make gravy. Now, gravy is an incredible sauce that is typically used on the holidays. It's when we think about making gravy. After we've roasted the turkey and collected the drippings, there's this big alchemy of making this incredible sauce, taking all these ingredients and making it into gold. But what we're going to do today is simplify this in this simple video. Every sauce, every really good sauce, starts with a roux. Now, roux is simply equal parts fat, whether it be butter, lard, baking drippings, or in this case turkey drippings, and flour. Now, without getting too technical, to make a roux, you just simply mix together flour and fat. To make a sauce thick, you pour that sauce over the hot roux, or excuse me, you pour the turkey drippings or the stock over the hot roux, and it thickens it up. Voila, gravy. Now, how much roux does it take to make a great sauce? Well, a sauce typically needs about 1 tablespoon of roux per 1 cup of sauce, or 1 cup of stock, or whatever it is you're trying to thicken. Now, to make gravy though, because we want the gravy to coat the spoon, to coat the ribs, to coat the potatoes, to coat the turkey, we want it to be a little bit thicker. So why not let's increase the roux a little bit? I know, we're getting too deep into this. How about we do this? I'll show you how to make it. Let's get busy. So my gravy starts like this. I have some fat that I'm heating up in the pan. I have some turkey stock that I'm leaving cold. Hot fat, cold stock. This for you at home might mean that it's in a carton, or you bought some can of chicken stock, or you're using the turkey drippings. I got a big party that's going to happen on Thanksgiving, so what I'm going to do is I'm making a lot. So you might need to consider how much you need to serve and how much gravy you need to actually make. Now right here is the fat, over here is the flour. Flour is going to go in the fat. Flour, fat. Now we simply just start stirring the fat, or excuse me, the flour into the fat, and this makes the roux. I know what you're saying. Wow, that's a lot of fat. That's a lot of flour. It's Thanksgiving. Who cares? Just dump all that in. Now we should be making a pretty thick paste here. And this paste will cook for approximately 3 to 5 minutes on low. 3 to 5 minutes on low. That will cook out the starchy flavor of the roux and make sure that that it thickens nicely as well. To recap, I added the drippings or the fat to the roux. Now when I say drippings, I'm not talking about all the juice. I'm just talking about the fat itself. You add the grease, okay, the fat to the flour. And for the batch that I'm doing about 2 quarts of stock. So I'm adding in about 12 tablespoons of flour. 12 tablespoons of flour to about 10 tablespoons of grease or butter or baking drippings. Does that make sense? And we cook the roux for, like I said, 3 to 5 minutes. And every once in a while, give it a stir, make sure that it's not burning. Remember, this is going to get pretty hot in here. So just keep stirring it really good. Keep it off the bottom. And your roux may not look as thick as mine. So don't panic if it doesn't look as thick as mine. But because all flours are not created equal, your roux may look a little different. It's still going to thicken up. It's still going to make a great gravy, okay? So just every once in a while give it a stir and everything should be just fine. In just a moment we're going to add the turkey stock. Now the roux's been cooking for about 3 to 5 minutes. Starting to smell like baked bread or popcorn or even toast. I'm going to start adding the stock. You can see the stock in the ladle. Simply add a little bit of stock at a time. It's going to get thick. It's going to make steam. It's going to look like it's not working right. Be very patient and add the stock a couple of ladles at a time. The reason why we don't add all the stock at once is because if we add every bit of the stock at once, then all the roux that we've worked so hard to make would float to the top and it would make lumps. So be very patient, add the stock slowly, 1 ladle at a time, always whisking 1 ladle at a time, no more than 3 ladles at a time. Stir to make sure that there's no lumps. Keep doing this until you have all the stock incorporated and you'll have a beautiful gravy. Now that all the stock is added, the sauce should be very velvety, absolutely beautiful, glistening. And what you want to do here is just simply bring it to a very low boil, turn it down, cook it for about 20 minutes on very, very low, stirring occasionally, if not constantly. You do not want it to burn. And then voila, you have absolutely amazing gravy. Don't forget salt and pepper. 99% of the time when you ask yourself what was missing from that sauce, what was missing from that meal, what was missing, salt. Don't forget it. Happy Thanksgiving.